What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And yes, it's been 6 months of using the Google Pixel Fold on and off, but we'll talk about that. Here's my experiences, the good points, the bad points, the updates that have improved the device, and a few things I still wish it had. Let's go. So first up, I want to talk about my initial impressions roughly 6 months ago. I love the device, the hardware, the feel, the weight, the heft, the cameras, but there was a couple of gripes, and those gripes haven't all disappeared. So, few elephants in the room here. The bezels. The bezels are still as thick as they were, obviously, but any foldable device has an element of a bezel round the inner screen. It has to. You have to hold the device. Look at your tablet, it'll have a bezel. While the Google Pixel Folds are slightly thicker than most, you don't notice them after using the device for 5 seconds. I'm not joking, you just forget. You're watching the screen, not the frame. The other elephant in the room is the crease. The crease is much more visible and more tactile. You can feel it more than most year or even 2-year-old Chinese ROM foldable phones, such as the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 or even 2, the Oppo Find N2, the Honor Magic V2, and the recently released globally OnePlus Open. The other issue with the Pixel, which again, these aren't really issues per se, they've not detracted from my experience, clearly, as I still use it, but the phone doesn't fold flat. It desperately wants to stay at roughly 177 degrees rather than 180, and that's odd. Now, that was the hardware potential issues. There was also a glaring software issue. Every single app, including some Google apps, were not optimized. The shorter, wider aspect ratio, think of it like a widescreen TV, was not conducive to social media apps such as Instagram and Facebook and TikTok for scrolling. Even Google Mail and Google Photos wasn't particularly optimized for using the inner screen. However, through a recent beta program and now an update to Android 14, every single app can be made full screen, and more have been optimized for taking advantage of the left side of the inner screen and the right side. So I have zero software issues when it comes to app optimization. So, all in all, the gripes. Yes, you can't get by the bezels and the crease. If that's going to be your issue from buying a Pixel Fold, then that's not been updated, obviously. Whether it's a year from now, it will still not be different. However, the gripe for me was the software, the app optimization, and that's been changed. So that was the negatives of the Pixel Fold. Now I want to talk about the many positives. Now, when you use a phone for 6 months on and off, and I'm going to talk about that now. This is my fourth Pixel Fold in 6 months. Now, the main reason for me getting rid of the Pixel Fold and rebuying it is due to finances. I have purchased, owned and used 12 foldable devices in the past probably 6 months. I'm not even joking. So I don't have the funds to keep all of the devices. I need to keep a constant rotation, a revolving door. Or I certainly did 6 months ago. As the channel has progressed and as my membership and subscribers has grown, I am now actually provided some phones from viewers and subscribers to use. So I don't have to be out of pocket. So I had the Google Pixel Fold. I then got the Honor Magic V2 in place of the Pixel Fold. I then got rid of the V2, got another Pixel Fold. I then replaced that with the Mix Fold 3. I then replaced that with another Pixel Fold. I've then had a few months without the Pixel Fold, and now I'm back. The Pixel Fold was part of a swap deal for my OnePlus Open. So here we are, the positives. Positive number one for me is that build quality. Yes, we know about the bezels. Yes, we know about the crease. But the frame, the glass, the hinge, the feel, it's actually quite reassuring, the weight of this device. No, it's certainly not the lightest or thinnest foldable, no matter what Google will try and tell you. It's about 290 grams, which for those keeping track is about 60 grams heavier than the Honor Magic V2. It's about 12 millimeters thick, which is 2 millimeters thicker than Honor Magic V2. However, the heavier a device feels, to me, it gives it more peace of mind when it comes to durability, and as mentioned, it just feels a bit more premium. Now, other hardware aspects is that camera setup. It's a 5 times optical zoom with a 20 times super res zoom. I have mentioned that hardware wise, the OnePlus Open is probably the best setup in a foldable today. But software wise, I would argue the Google Pixel Fold has the best camera setup on any foldable device. It keeps up with non-foldables, flagships even. As you can see from this screen recording I took, zooming in from ultra wide and using all 3 lenses is seamless, colour accuracy. And this is super res zoom. I hate to say it, folks, and I've mentioned it before. Once you zoom in past that 6x lossless on the OnePlus, things start to get a bit patchy. Now, obviously, being a flagship global ROM device, all the cameras are 4K. You don't have to worry about 1080p on the front-facing selfie camera. And because it's a foldable device, you can use the rear cameras as your selfie by using your outer screen as a monitor. Now, that's true for all foldables. That's not Pixel Fold specific. But for me, it's a highlight when I'm doing a vlog-style video or I'm using footage from outside. Other hardware aspects is the battery. The Pixel Fold has never and will never have the fastest charging, but it does have wireless charging. Yes, it might only be, I believe, 10 watts or 15 watts. That's more than the OnePlus and the Honor Magic V2 because they don't have wireless charging. So when you're in a pinch and you're sitting at a desk for a few hours, you could wirelessly charge this device from 20 to 100% in a couple of hours. And overnight, plug it in wired. The battery optimization will make sure that you're not going to fry any device. It's very smart. Keep it plugged in overnight, and every morning when you wake up, you'll have 100%. And every night when you go to bed, no matter what the usage, you're going to have some juice left in the device, but it will need charged. And that's my regular use case scenario with almost every phone. Even the super fast charging battery life kings, I still tend to find myself charging it every night anyway, just to be on the safe side. When it comes to the speakers, obviously there's Bluetooth 5.2 connectivity. I've never had an issue with dropping out or poor sound. And if you're in a pinch, the speakers on the actual device sound fine. Now it's 5G, it's dual SIM with eSIM support. Software wise, it's Android 14 and it's stock Android as far as the skin goes, and I am a fan. There's enough customization for me, but there's also more than enough familiarity. That's a tough word to say. Stock Google, in my opinion, is far superior to stock iOS. I love the customization, I love the easy use, the accessibility, and when we talk about a Pixel device specifically, software, I mean, this probably should be its whole video, but just in the camera app alone, we've got Magic Eraser, long exposure, group shots. Like, there's so much software perk that you get from the Pixel devices. Then when you move throughout the phone, there's the dictation, the AI incorporated in it, replying to emails automatically using Google AI, call screening from random numbers. There's 100 different software features that just make my life easier. And then there's multitasking. It's a foldable device. It should have multitasking, and it does. Is it as good as the OnePlus multitasking? No, I firmly believe that's the best on offer. But it's split screen. It rotates apps vertically and horizontally, which most Chinese foldable phones don't. And it's easy to use. It's missing stylus support, but for anyone that watches my channel, I don't really use a stylus. I'll use it in reviews to show you how they work, but I've got an Apple Pencil for my iPad Pro. Don't use it. I've got a Samsung pen for my Tab S8 Ultra. Don't use it. I've had the S23 Ultra. I think I took the pen out its housing 3 times. So yeah, stylus support isn't top of my list. Now on the software perks of Google, software support. I think we're getting with the Pixel Fold, is it 5 years? They may have upgraded that to 7 years like they're doing with the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. But you've always got that peace of mind. You've got after sale support. You've got that 3-year warranty or 2-year warranty. I need to check that. It's all good when it comes to Google. It's just easy. Now, that is not me saying that I'm stopping with Chinese foldables. On the contrary, I've got like 4 coming in the next 2 weeks. I still love them. But for my daily driver, the Google Pixel Fold is just easy. So, to sum it up in 6 months, the Google Pixel Fold has only improved. Nothing about the Google Pixel Fold over time has got worse. The battery is still as efficient. The Tensor G2 chip, while I wish they'd waited and put the G3 in it because that is a superior chip, the G2 is more than adequate enough for everything I need to do. I'm not a heavy gamer. I don't do any video editing on my phone. For those that do use your phone for video editing, I ask why. That's it. I'm just asking why. Do you not have a tablet or a laptop? Your phone shouldn't be your editing suite. It should be your productivity when it comes to work and social media, browsing the internet, in my opinion. And some games in there too. But even then, your phone shouldn't be your primary gaming device. I think some people are getting a bit mixed up. They're looking for the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in every phone. They're looking for the most power possible. I get so many comments saying, oh, but the G2 chip isn't powerful enough. Or on the Huawei, the current chip is not powerful enough. Yeah, trust me, it's powerful enough for whatever you need to do with it. And whatever you should be doing with your phone. Now, to finish up, I want to talk about price because this is another area in which the Pixel Fold has improved. It was £1,750 new, which was still slightly cheaper than the Samsung Z Fold 5. And I said at the time I prefer the Pixel Fold over the Fold 5. Well, the Pixel Fold is now £300 off with a Black Friday deal. That actually puts it cheaper than the MSRP of the OnePlus Open. However, that's available on a Black Friday deal for $1,350. So there's a £100 difference between the two devices. I would say if you care about cameras, buy the Pixel Fold. If you care about multitasking and bezels and crease, then yeah, go ahead and buy the OnePlus Open. You have almost unlimited choice these days if you're able to branch out to a Chinese ROM as well. It's a good time to be alive if you're a foldable fan. I am going to continue to rock the Google Pixel Fold probably until the Pixel Fold 2 comes out. Let me know in the comments if you are a Pixel Fold owner or if you're tempted to cop a Pixel Fold with it £300 off. If you don't want to buy the Pixel Fold new, I have seen some Pixel Folds for as little as £1,000 or even £900 on eBay. That's an unbelievable price in my opinion. Hopefully you've liked this 6 months review. I will be back soon with more content on new devices. Thanks very much for all that replied to the video yesterday asking for the Huawei Mate X2, the P60 Pro and numerous other devices. So far I have caught myself a Mate XS2 and a P60 Pro. I'm still looking for the Vivos though, the X80 Pro and the X90 Pro. If anybody's got one of them and they're willing to sell, let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram. Any questions about the Pixel Fold or anything about the channel or other devices, just leave a comment below. I will get back to you. And until next time,